Right, everybody, welcome back. Episode 3 of Newell's. If you haven't seen episode 1 yet, get over to episode 1 because there is still a chance for you to win a Newell's Old Boys shirt. So make sure you go check that out. Today, we've got a few things. We're going to go talk finances. We've made a tactical tweak. We have got Red Bull in the Copa Sudamerica. That is the live comp today. And we've also got the youth intake. So lots of things to get through. Let's get into today's Newell's. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into it, I just want to say a few thank yous to Paul Columbani, Ryan Harold, Joel Staker, Glenn and Cote Floss. They have all become the new style patrons. My Patreon has now changed to just £3 a month. So thank you guys for your continued support on this channel. Everyone else, go check out the link down in the description if you think you could spare £3 a month. Right, with the thank yous done, let's go and see how we have been doing. So, last episode we started with the Boca and the Arsenal de Sarandi game, and since then it has been pretty good. We've had a few spells where we've kind of changed tactic. I think in and around this area here, I think after the 0-0 and the 1-1, we've just changed it up a little bit. We did lose to Banfield in the last League Cup game. However, we had already qualified. We were second at the time, so we did a complete rotation because our Copa Sudamerica campaign has started, and it started pretty well. We have got Bragantino, which is one of the Red Bull franchises from Brazil. We're going to be playing them today. We've got Union Aspalano, which I think is Chile, and we've also got Equidad, who are Ecuador. We have just smashed 4 past Equidad, and we've also beaten Union Españolo as well, 4-2. So we're set up nicely to qualify. By the looks of it, is it only one qualify? I didn't realise that. Yeah, okay. Only the top team. So we need to make sure we qualify from this group. So we've got back-to-back games against Bragantino. So if we could take 4 points, that would be fantastic. May even take 2 draws, to be fair. Right, we've had our youth intake. Not bad. It's not bad. We've got a couple of players that I think, obviously, Julian Fernandez, 4.5 star potential, 15 years old, 5'6", strength of 1, but we can work on that. But he's got a few nice little mentals coming through. Technicals as well, dribbling, passing, technique, all in the sort of like the early teens. First touch is already on 9, so I think there's definitely something to work there. By the way, he's got marking of 8, which is bad for a winger as well. And then flair, 15, aggression, balanced personality, acceleration, pace not the greatest, but he is only 15. He's not 16 for another 4 or 5 months. So I think he will be okay. Not an absolute world beater, but I think someone who will definitely probably be good enough to sort of like start for the first team. We do need that occasional player, boys, that is going to move on to bigger and better things just to help with the bank balance. We've got a goalkeeper as well, a deep line forward in Luciano Cordero. He's got quite a lot of good numbers for the age of 15. You know, a lot of around 7 and 8. So you would imagine a lot of these would get into the 12s and 13. So he might be a little bit of a nice all-rounder. Deep line forward. Seems to be good off the ball. Teamwork, determination, flair. Fairly determined. So he might be pretty useful for us. But as I said with finances, we do need to make sales. Now, Copa Sudamerica has given us a little boost. Not much. It has given us a little boost. We are well in the red. There's nothing we can do. Obviously, I've had to renew the contracts of Castro and I've had to renew the contract of Sforza, which has really killed us because we've gone 8 grand over. End of the season, we do have a little bit of a clear out with players that are older that will be leaving on freeze. However, it's a sorry state of affairs. We're getting £6,250 per live Copa Sudamerica game, which isn't great. They've given us 500,000 or just below 500,000 for participation in the group stage. If we can get through and get pretty far, it doesn't do too bad for us. So second round appearance 360, quarterfinals 430, semi-finals 567. Well, we need to get to the final. Loser prize money 1.43, winning prize money 3.59. So we really do need to try and get into the final if we possibly can. I'm not sure what the situation is with the league. I don't think there's much in terms of the Argentinian Primera Division. So we really need to make sure that we consistently get into the continental football. All right. Tactical wise, we've changed a few things. We've gone with Vaglione. I just thought we were a little bit passive. We were dominating games, but having a few shots, but a lot of shots from outside the area, not creating these clear cuts. So we have now got Vaglione going on the complete wing back on support. So very adventurous on that left-hand side now. We've changed Sforza from a false 9 to a Trequartiste and now to a deep line forward, and he's come into a nice bit of form. 6 goals, 2 assists in his last 5 games since I've done that. So that seems to be something that has really kicked him on this season. And he did score one of the greatest ever goals, you will see. How about this? How about this for a finish? Rabona over the keeper's head to make it 4-2. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we've got his confidence up. We're moving into the game now. It's Bragantino. We've got Castro back. He missed the last game. So we have been rotating a little bit. Our squad, I think next year we really need to pad it out with the Sudamerica coming in midweek now regularly. We're not getting the week's rest, so we do need to make sure that we've got a squad that we can rotate. We are very, very light in midfield. I did try to sign a player, an Argentinian player. You guys might let me know in the comments because I've completely forgot. I think it was Mauri, who used to play at AC Milan. He went to AC Milan for a little bit. He's on a free. Deal agreed, but we couldn't afford to give him 30,000 in signing on fee, so we've had to cancel that. So we really need to sort of like make sure our squad, players like Miglio has come in and done okay, but look at him. He's going to be good at 18. He's still a little bit off yet, so we really need to make sure next year, especially if we get into the big competitions, that we have 2 players in every single position. Right, let's get into today's game. Right, we're off now. Bragantino have actually made a really poor start. I think they're like in the relegation zone of the Brazilian division. Obviously, the money situation, I've just realised the money between Argentinian clubs, apart from sort of like the Boca and River, is quite big. And they've got a lot of players on more money and probably of a higher standard. So I'm not quite sure if we're even classed as favourites for today's game. But we are in good form. They're not in good form, as you can see. Where are they in their division? Bragantino. Yeah, they're bottom. They're bottom of the division, only after 2 games, but they've got a minus goal difference of -7. So, we've got a sniff. However, that one place is bothering me a little bit. So we just need to make sure that we can, I don't know, a win and a defeat I would probably take. But if we don't win today, we then travel to them next. I think we may struggle and we may get knocked out, which means big, big money problems. Right, Castro. Fernandez. Switches it out nicely to Gonzalez. Mendes. Angel. Gonzalez. Nice patient build-up again. We're just waiting for that little run. I think we've got underlapping runs on now to try and get Castro in that right little half space a little bit more. Right, Vangioni didn't do much of this, but now we've changed his role. He's been getting involved as Garo just puts it wide. Right, it's been a quiet opening 20 minutes. A bit cagey. Are we going to play out there? Giving us a little bit of a press. Fernandez goes back to the goalie. And we're off. Mansilla, our left centre-half, he's not great on the ball. So I'm a little bit worried when he does pick it up. I'm hoping because he's on a no-nonsense centre-back, he will literally do the easiest pass or choose the easiest pass possible. Right, Angel. Castro. Here is Sforza. Angel. Vangioni on this left-hand side. He finds Sforza. Touches it off to Castro. Vangioni. Castro's there. Free header. We're 1-0. What a well-worked goal that is. Really well worked. And I think, again, the little movement of Sforza coming off. Maybe dragging out a defender. He's just starting to leave a few little holes. There is Sforza. There are the 2 centre-halves. Look. Pulled across. Look at the gap there that he's created, Sforza. And in goes Castro. The other, I think the defensive midfielder for Bragantino, Eric Ramirez, completely sleeping. And Castro, I think he's our leading goal scorer actually, has nodded us in front. Get in. We made a really good start. We're dominating possession by the looks of it as well. We're in control. I said my only issue is just a few players were just struggling a little bit because of fitness, like fullbacks. Our other backup right back, backup left back are both 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds. So they're not at a standard where they're ready. So that's been a little, I'm trying to sort of like, trying to take them off, our right back and left back off when games are done and, there's nothing to play for in terms of the result. So I'm trying to rotate a little bit that way. We can't really rotate in the midfield. We've got 3 places and with Perez injured, we've only got sort of like 4 players in there. Unless we could potentially move Sforza down and then put another striker in potentially. So that's another option. But ideally, we want 2 for every position. If I'm not going to use Sforza up front, we've now got an injury. So this is what I mean. Marco Campagnaro, who's going to be superb for us, no doubt about it. But he's just turned 18. So he's getting a game today. But yeah, if I'm resting Castro, I really want to rest Sforza at the same time. I don't want Sforza having to play 60 games per season and be absolutely dead, especially when it comes to these bigger games, hopefully towards the end of the season. Right, by the looks of it, the game is petering out. We've dominated. We've kept them at bay for now. We'll do a couple of changes out wide. I do like to do these little changes out wide just to give us a little bit of a change. The front three actually will change altogether. We're going to bring the youngster on, Nunez Funes. Is it Nunez Funes? No, sorry, I don't know where I got Nunez Funes from. Nazareno Funes. He did score a Panenka for the reserves during the week in real life. That was on their Newell's Boys English Twitter account. I'll take a little goal from him now just to finish it off. We're going to go on cautious as well. See what I mean? Defenders. We've got 2 covering centre-halves. We've got the 2 guys on loan in Vita and Vasquez. So that's... Velasquez, sorry. So that's not a problem. Oh, Camparo's been cut out on his left-hand side. Comfortable save. We'll let him off. But it's, the 2 holding midfielders. We've got nothing really in there. We're just going to have to try and get through the season. The transfer window does open again for the start of the league system. I think it opens on like the 1st of July. So I'm hoping we've got a couple of strikers we're just not using. So I'm hoping we can get them out of the door and then bring in 2 central midfielders to really help us. To really help us for squad rotation for the league season. And I imagine for the knockout phases of the Copa Sudamerica, if we qualify. Now, we've dominated, I think, the game. Apart from the last few minutes, we've had a couple of sniffs from headers. We're going to see it out. 1-0 to Newell's. Not as free-flowing as we've had, but we've notched up a 1-0 win. We're halfway there now, boys. Let's just have a little look at the league. We've got Bragantino next, so we could even take a defeat against Bragantino away from home, and then Union Español and Equidad, 2 teams that we hopefully will beat. In particular, the hardest of them 2 teams, Española, we play them at home as well. So things in the Copa Sudamerica are looking good. Fixture-wise, over the next few weeks, we've obviously got Sudamericas. We've got the League Cup quarter-final where we have been drawn against Racing Club. Oh, away from home. I thought it was at home. It may be a 2-legger, is it? It is. That's a 2-legger, so that's an extra game. We're going to be playing some games this season. Jesus, we've not even played the league campaign yet, and there's about 25 games in that. So we've got Racing Club there, and I think the winner, the semi-final's already been done. Boca or Banfield. Banfield look like they could be a really strong side this season. They finished, I think, top of the League Cup group. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week. We'll go through. I don't know where we'll pick up. I like to just crack on with the season and see where I end up, see where we play. Maybe a game. It could even be the start. Of the season. We may even play Boca again there, our opening league game of the season. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash a like on today's video. Muchly appreciated, and we'll see you on Wednesday for the next episode of Newell's. Take care, guys. See you later.